Homepage creation. No pressure. Honestly, no pressure. Don't worry that the homepage is the most important page on your website by far, and that you have to get it right. Here's how. Just to remind you, homepages frequently have a bounce rate of between 70 and 80%. Once your reader clicks off the front page, you have lost them completely and forever. When a visitor first looks at your homepage, they must be sufficiently impressed to want to stay there and hopefully to click through to other pages on your site. There are ways you can try to avoid them leaving like Roadrunner on a bad hair. The first thing you must bear in mind is that your site should be designed for first-time visitors. They are newbies who have no idea who you are or what you're about. Your job, should you decide to accept it, is to appeal to them. To continue, in terms of design, you must make sure that all your pages are visually appealing, a combination of images and text. Your images should be colourful and easy on the eye, in the same way that your writing should be original and different. So should your images. Use memes and GIFs to attract attention. The first words that your audience reads should tell them what the whole of your site is about. In the first paragraph, you need to use your most important keywords to keep them and Google on your site. Make sure you hit readers with a bang. Give your page a compelling headline. Your headline should be funny, a play on words, or a question mark. Remember, you have to get your readers' attention fast. Make sure that you have no big blocks of text. You're not creating War and Peace here. People look at blocks of text and switch off immediately, and your reader will be gone immediately. Keep it short and simple. KISS for short. No specialist vocabulary unless you're writing for experts. Whatever point of view you're writing from, you must keep your audience in mind. Here's where it gets a little involved. There are three main different ways to read a text. You have to cater for all these different ways. Skimming. This is where your reader doesn't look at the whole text. At least, not at first. They decide whether to stay on your page by looking at headlines, the first phrase or paragraph, or perhaps your introduction. To keep them on your page, these sections must be especially clear and original and dynamic. And don't forget keywords. Scanning. Someone who scans a page allows their eyes to flip over the whole page quickly. They decide on this fast first reading whether or not to continue. To keep scanners on your page, all of it must be interesting. More than interesting, it must grab them and never let them go. Readers simply read the whole text. They take their time and try to understand everything before moving on, providing, of course, that it's interesting. To keep all these people on your site, you must write for all of them. Use keywords consistently. Make sure there are no weaknesses anywhere on the homepage. When I say the homepage should have a compelling design, I don't mean that it has to be complex. It should be very easy to follow. It should allow visitors to see immediately what you have to offer in terms of content and how that content is organized and what it is. Many website designers follow the 3-click. For those of you who don't know, the 3-click rule is this. The 3-click rule is an unofficial web design concerning the design of website navigation. It suggests that a user of a website should be able to find any information with no more than 3 mouse clicks. It's based on the belief that users of a site will become frustrated and often leave if they can't find the information within the 3 clicks. Thanks to Wikipedia. I disagree with this. Does it really matter whether you use 3 or 5 clicks to get around a website? What does matter is that your visitor can easily find the information they're looking for. If they can't, they're not going to hang around. 3 clicks might not matter, but clearly laid out, easy to follow design does. Finally, it's very important that you tell your visitors something about you on the first few lines of your page. You may say that's what an About Me page is for, and you'd be right. Your About Me page should be a detailed, creative, humorous piece about you or your business. It's a real opportunity to let people know what motivates you, why you wanted to create this site, and why they should continue to visit. That doesn't mean, though, that you shouldn't write something on your homepage. It might only be 2 or 3 lines, but it should give your readers an impression of where you're coming from, of exactly what you're like. That will help them stay with you. I was going to talk about this later, but now seems like a good time. Before moving on, looking briefly at the other pages of your site, we need to talk about the other thing that will keep people with you. Any idea what it might be? I'm talking about trust, and it's worth a WSO on its own. Here it's just another video.